Okay, today we're going to take a look at problem solving using trig. And so, a couple of reminders angle of elevation versus depression. Elevation is going to be the angle that is above your horizontal line, where depression is going to be the angle that is below your horizontal line. So, when you think about, sorry about that, when you think about a triangle here, this is going to be your angle of elevation. And then your angle of depression is actually the angle that's on the exterior of that triangle. And if you remember from geometry, these are alternate interior angles. And so, because these horizontal lines are parallel to each other, then actually the angle of elevation and the angle of depression are the exact same measure. That is based on the alternate interior angles theorem. If the lines are parallel, then the angles are congruent if they are alternate interior angles, which is what this is. Okay, so let's take a look. It says a tree cast a shadow of 12.4 meters when the angle of elevation to the sun is 52 degrees. Find the height of the tree. Okay, so this would be my tree, and the tree, so this is my shadow down here, and this is my tree, right? Terrible at drawing, but just go with it there. Okay, so we know that the tree is perpendicular to the ground and the shadow is on the ground. And it says that the shadow is 12.4 meters and the angle of elevation, so this is my angle of elevation, is going to be 52 degrees. And we want to find the height of the tree. So if you look at this, look at where our angle is. This would be considered my adjacent side, and this would be considered my opposite. And so going back to our trig functions, we know that that is tangent. So we have the tangent of 52 is equal to your height over 12.4. And then we can cross multiply here, and we have 12.4 tangent of 52 is equal to h. And then when we plug that into our calculator, if we round 3 sig fig, it is 20.1 meters high. So the height of our tree is 20.1. So notice what I did is I drew a diagram in order for me to help figure out where my parts went. Okay, so now let's take it a step further. So here we have a builder who has designed the roof structure, and it says to find the pitch of the roof. The pitch of the roof is going to be this angle right here. So I'm going to label that as angle theta. And we know that because of those tick marks, these are both 8.7. And I can drop a horizontal, or excuse me, a vertical line down to give me a right triangle. So here's what I have. I have this triangle here. I have a right angle. I know that this is 8.7. I'm trying to find theta, which is my pitch. And then this distance right here, if you look, this entire distance is 15 if you include the 1 and the 1 and the 13. So half of 15 is going to be 7.5. And so that's where that 7.5 goes. So if you look, we have our adjacent side and our hypotenuse, which is cosine. So you have the cosine of theta, excuse me, equals 7.5, which is our adjacent, over hypotenuse, which is 8.7. And then if you recall from the last section that we talked, we have to do the inverse cosine to get rid of that cosine. So the cosine goes away, and I have theta is equal to the cosine to the negative 1 of 7.5 over 8.7. And when we plug that in and to go 3 sig fig, that gives me 30.5 degrees. So the pitch of that roof is 30 and a half degrees.